Welcome to Yahoo's highlights of the game between Manchester City and West Bromwich Albion. Manchester City demonstrated their strength in depth by fielding Edin Dzeko and Carlos Tevez up front. They were just 2 of 8 changes that Roberto Mancini made from their game at Swansea on the weekend. Steve Clarke made 4 alterations, which included handing a first Premier League start of the season to centre-half Craig Dawson after he returned from a loan spell at Bolton. The champions could be forgiven for having half an eye on the FA Cup final on Saturday, and a lack of tempo was evident in the early stages of this one. The Baggies seized on some limp City passing to set the danger man Romelu Lukaku free, but there was no sign of a sore back from Joe Hart as he got down well to keep this one out. If that wasn't an early warning sign for the home side, they got another before we reached the 5th minute. Again, Lukaku had plenty of space to let fly, looking for his 15th Premier League goal of the season. This time Hart had to watch as the ball slid agonisingly wide. Then a moment of controversy. It may have been a case of Alexander Kolarov's boot being high or the head of Gabriel Tamas being low. The result was a nasty injury to the Romanian, and despite Phil Dowd sending Bobby Zamora off at the DW Stadium last month for a similar incident, the Serbian defender escaped from this with just a booking. With half-time approaching, Carlos Tevez looked to inject some life into the game. He took advantage of a flat-footed West Brom defence, leaving Claudio Jakob for dead, and looked almost offended when his shot was repelled by the crossbar. City seized on Yusuf Mulumbu dawdling, but there was more than a hint of offside when Jack Rodwell put Tevez into space. A flag wasn't forthcoming though, and he delivered the perfect ball for Edin Dzeko. The first-time finish matched the quality of the cross, and the Bosnian had a 3rd goal against West Brom this season. The laboured opening to this encounter was all but forgotten as James Milner crashed a swerving effort against the post. So after some late endeavour, they went to the break just a single goal up. The frame of the goal down that end was to be rattled yet further. Marcus Rosenberg is still without a goal for his new club since moving from Werder Bremen in the summer. Only the crossbar could deny him at the Etihad, before Billy Jones' follow-up was expertly clawed out by Hart. There were no signs that the visitors were going to roll over and accept their fate. James Morrison was next to call Joe Hart into action, but he was to suffer the same fate as his teammates. Yahoo Eurosport man of the match Carlos Tevez started City's best chance to double their advantage, and after neat work by Samir Nasri and Jack Rodwell, couldn't quite finish it off. Jones's block was crucial, and Rodwell's follow-up was kept out at the near post by Boaz Myhill, who was starting his first Premier League game of 2013. Despite a brave performance by Steve Clarke's team, 3 points for City strengthens their grip on 2nd place as they look to bring silverware back to Manchester on Saturday.